How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Montpellier career mode. This is episode number 44, and there is not many games left to finish off the season and find out if we can lift the league title again for the second time in the club's history. We'd still have to face a few good teams. We've still got games against PSG, Lyon and Marseille. Those two, the latter two, are going to be in the next episode. This one would be against PSG, though, the first game of today's episode. And really, they're not our biggest rivals at the moment for the league title. It's actually Lyon, as PSG sat at 3 points behind us going into this game. And they didn't really turn up in the first few minutes. We had a good chance here with Laborde to make it 1-0 early on, who lays it off to Vachar, and sadly he couldn't finish it. But it was a good early chance for us, and Navas made the save. Sadly, he couldn't make the save here. Vachar was played in, and it's a lovely finish by the Belgian attacking midfielder, and he makes it 1-0 early on in this game. It is a home game. We do tend to play very well at home. We've beaten the likes of Real Madrid and Liverpool. Oh no, we didn't beat Liverpool, but we have beaten Real Madrid at home, and we've put in a very good shift against a lot of teams this year at our home stadium. So I think definitely it's a place to be feared coming here. So PSG were not looking so good in this first half, and really it got much worse for them, as in the 33rd minute Vachar is played in yet again. Him and Laborde were linking up fantastically in this game, and he nets a second goal in this game, getting himself a brace, making it 2-0, and really causing some worries for PSG in the second half. If they were to come out and perform a little bit better, maybe they would have a chance, but they had 0 shots. A little bit of possession, but not really loads of possession either. And they just couldn't get the likes of Neymar and Mbappe on the ball in that first half, and that was their main problem. In the second half, they did get a few more touches from their strikers on the ball, but really, they sort of were a little bit disappointing. And in the end, we probably had the best chance there. Delors coming very close, hitting the post. A couple of good saves from Lloris obviously kept them out, but it was a clean sheet at home against Paris Saint-Germain, and really, that was not the final nail in the coffin, because there's still a few games left of the season, but it definitely put the sight of PSG sort of out of our sight as well, and I think the chance of them coming back and getting the league title is very slim. They're now 6 points behind, and it's going to be a mountain to climb for them if they are to win. They have to win every game this season now, I would say, and we'd have to drop 6 points. We'd have to lose 2 games, which I don't really see us doing. We're in a really good run of form. We haven't got like loads of tough games coming up. As I said, we've only got 2 really big ones, Marseille and Lyon. The rest are games you'd expect us to win, so in general, I'm sort of confident we're going to be able to at least finish in second. We'll have to see how we do, though. Obviously, that Lyon game is going to be really the title decider, I think, as it is the second to last game of the season. We'd have to worry about that later, though, as we do face Monaco, not Marseille, in the Coupe Nationale, or the Coupe de France, and we'd find out if we get through to the final in this game. Now, we started off pretty strongly. We had a good chance early on, and then Monaco actually had a good chance, which was honestly a really good save from Lloris. Quick reactions, came out quickly, made himself big, and made sure they didn't get the first goal of this game. We would actually get the first goal of the game, as the ball is played in to Dennis Mann. Gareth Bale picks up the assist. Lovely goal from him, and he makes it 1-0 in the 30th minute. Lovely goal from him. Hits it first time. Just a fantastic shot. And he gets his 4th goal of the season in the Cup, which is really nice to see as well. I think he was the top scorer in the Cup last year, and he might get top scorer again this year. He's had a really good season. He seems to play quite well in the Cups as well as in the league, but this year again could be his season for getting the Golden Boot in the Cup as well. We go in at half-time, 1-0 up, and we looked like we were going to sort of do quite well in the second half as well, as long as we stayed strong defensively and maybe got one more goal just to see the game out. I put us as favourites to get through in this semi-final, and we did score early on. Lovely play from us. We passed it round. We didn't lose possession from the kickoff, so a good 5 minutes of passing and nice possession play, and Andy Delors finishes off a really nice bit of play from the team. Fantastic from us. And as I said, as long as we got a second goal to maybe see the game out, I would put us as favourites to win this game. Monaco did have a couple of chances. This was one of them. They had one here. Lovely play from them. Fofana puts the ball in to Dorado, who plays it off to Valla, and well, it's a nice finish. I think he's an Argentine winger. I can't remember if he is or isn't. I think he's a young Argentine winger, but he gets himself a goal, picking up his first goal of the competition, which it's always nice to see when players score their first goal, especially attacking players. But overall, I don't think Monaco had too many more chances after that. They weren't that attacking, and they weren't really that threatening going forward. It was just a little bit of a lapse in concentration, I'd say, and we actually put the game to bed in the 70th minute. Yari Vacharin coming off the bench. We started Gareth Bale in this game, but Yari Vacharin comes off the bench, scores pretty much with one of his first touches of the game. Lovely finish, and no chance for Lecomte rushing out in goal. And he picks up 3 goals now in 2 games, which is really good to see. Sadly for us, we picked up a little bit of a casualty right at the end of the game. I couldn't believe it. Of all the players, maybe Delors would have been the worst one, but of all the players, our captain is the one that goes down. And I didn't actually know what happened to him, but when I looked at the replay, it's a tangling of legs. It's unusual. I don't know what he did or how he did it. Not sure how the referee missed that. I don't know if VAR should be brought in, because clearly he held Stambouli down in that tackle, but nothing came of it. And actually, when we came out of the game, he picked up quite a long injury. It is an ACL injury. He's going to be out for 7 months, and we are going to be without our captain for the remainder of the season. We're going to miss him for the final few games, final 5 games of the league season. They're probably the most crucial games, and we're going to be missing him for that cup final, which will be against PSG, and that will be a live episode to finish off the season. But real shame. Stambouli done so much at the club. I would say he's been a very underrated signing. He's gone under the radar. He's picked up solid ratings in pretty much every game. He's started almost every game since coming back to the club, and obviously he's captained almost every game as well, because he started every game. He's the club captain, so missing him is going to be a big loss, and I think we're going to have to really pull together as a team to do well and defend well as well. And I will say that at least it gives a chance for some younger players at the club, the likes of Kouassi, Malang Sarr, who came in the January transfer window, even Ibarra as well. It's going to give them more opportunities at the end of the season to just get some game time, as we are going to have to maybe try out and see who the best defensive partnership is. And this is what we did in this game. We started Kouassi in this one. He was the highest rated and looked the best one to fit in at that central centre mid role. He's much more athletic than Stambouli, and he's good on the ball, much like Stambouli is. So we decided to try him out in this game, and we started off this one against Nantes very well, scoring with Andy Delors. They had a couple of chances early on, but some good saves from Lloris meant they didn't score. Sadly, Lloris couldn't do an awful lot about that, although maybe he could have. He rushed out, and I don't know what he was thinking. I think he rushed out a little bit too quickly. Wasn't really thinking and couldn't get to the ball fast enough. But in general, it's just a lack of concentration from the defence, really. We should have noticed that Loser, he does score against us, I think, every time we play against them, and Loser scores an equaliser to make sure Nantes were still in the game. Sadly for them, they do go ahead and concede pretty quickly. Andy Delors played in the 34th minute. Played in Gaëtan Laborde in the 34th minute, and makes it his 12th goal of the season, making it 2-1 and making it a winning result at the moment in this game. And shortly before the half could end, Gaëtan Laborde, played in by Tavares, who got the assist for the first goal, gets himself a second assist in this game. Lovely ball played in to Gaëtan Laborde, who makes it his second goal, getting himself a brace in the game and making it 3-1 in the game. And just before the referee could blow his whistle, ball was played into Yari Vacharin, 2 minutes on the clock, and just before he could end the first half, take a bow, Andy Delors chips it over the goalkeeper and makes it 4-1 at the end of the first half. And really, it was a relatively even game, if I'm being honest. They had a lot of chances early on, and I think we just had a lot of chances towards the end of the game. They sort of switched off towards the end, and they were made to pay, really. We scored 3 goals in very quick succession, and it meant that we were pretty much cruising in this game. And shortly after, the referee blows whistle in the second half to start the game, Andy Delors gets played in and scores, making it 5-1, getting himself his hat-trick, and definitely seeing the game out now at this point. There was no chance for Nantes to get back into this. And if you were, just in case there were any hopeful fans in the stadium for Nantes in this one, Andy Delors played in and gets his 4th goal of the game, making it 6-1. I still can't believe it. It was 6-1 in this game. And, well, He's scored 4 goals in this one, getting his tally up to 27 goals in the league. I think he's now joint top goal scorer again with Iñaki Williams, and does well to catch up to the Spaniard, making sure that he wasn't going to be too many goals away towards the end of the season, and he was still fighting up there for the Golden Boot this season. But that is going to be the end of the episode. I do hope you enjoy watching me pick up a great win to finish off the episode, to show that we're not just a poor defensive team without Stambouli in that back line, and we can still win without the captain. Incidentally, I think I'm just going to mention Jory Shotar will probably take the captain's armband for all the games now when he's playing. I think I was going to play Andy Delors as the captain, because in real life I think in Montpellier he is the vice captain. But I think Jory Shotar is a young player. He plays in midfield. He can sort of captain from the midfield, and I think that's a good role for him. But that is going to be the end of the episode. I do hope you enjoy watching. Do leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you for the next episode of the Montpellier Career Mode very soon. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.